welcome back to the 8-Bit Retro Refix. My name's Steve, and in this video we're going to talk about the unreleased version of Cool World on Hit Squad. Right, so quite a long time ago, a friend of mine on YouTube, Paul from Retro Bay, sent me a tape file over for Cool World, which was a missing thing because we were looking about making up some duplicates or replicas of this missing game that never got released. We'll talk a little bit into that as well shortly. So he did that, and what I decided to do, he made his own art and he showed me as well. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make my own art, I'm going to make my own tape and other videos about a cartridge. I'll get to that. So I decided that I was going to make my own. So what I started with is Robocop. And what I did is I cut out the middle of here, straight down there, and took it around there, and we created a PNG file so I could overlay that on top of another picture. So that's what we created. You can see it's a little bit rough, jaggy on the edges on this one, but it all cleaned up in the final thing. So what I did then is I went off and I looked for the Ocean version. The Ocean version came out in 1992. Hit Squad one was supposed to be 94, but I'll come to that. So what I did is I took this artwork and I decided just to cut around it and change it into a PNG so we could overlay it over the top of the previous one. So that's what I did. So you can see there it's PNG, it's all cut out around the head and down here and round this side. So then all I did is overlay that over the top of that, and that's what we ended up with. So when we got to that point for making the cover, I thought, you know, we need to do a side. So this side is not brilliant. It's a little bit pixelated around here. I'm not overly happy with it, but when you take it down to a tape size, it doesn't look too bad. So we attached that, and then I took another side from another Hit Squad game and stuck that onto the side, so we have the side art. But if you'll notice there, it says Crash 82, so it's actually a Spectrum back picture that I'd used for there. And obviously you can see these pictures are not correct anyway. So I ventured off and started looking for screenshots, and I found that screenshot, and I found that one, and that one, and then decided that I'm going to overlay these and put them into the tape cover. So that's where we got to as the final sort of pictures. So you can see them screenshots in there that I injected into there. I put my little 8-Bit Retro Refix down at the bottom there on there because I didn't want to make it as a copy or anything like that, because you can't have a copy because it was never released. But I didn't want to pass it off as a real thing, if you know what I mean. So I've just put my 8-Bit Retro Refix in the bottom there. Oh yeah, I decided to have a go at the tape cover. So I decided to do this and see if I could print out a tape cover. So going back a little bit, let's take a look. So this game was actually mentioned in Commodore Force. And just before I get into it any further, I want to say a big shout out to the channel sponsors, pcbway, and let's hear a little bit from them. Big thank you to our sponsors of the channel, pcbway. If you are enjoying these videos and you'd like to make things yourself, or you already are making things, then get yourself over to pcbway. They do everything from PCB prototypes to PCB assembly to flexible PCBs, HDI, CNC machining and 3D printing. They also do a lot of things in the shared projects. So if you have a look in there, there is a plethora of things that you can actually purchase and use yourself. If you're wanting something from the Commodore 64 to the Spectrum to the Apple, everything's in there that you could possibly ever want. So get yourself down to PCBway. You get 5 PCBs for $5, and that's a bargain. This was out in February '94, the Commodore Force. So as you can see there, it was reviewed. It got 60% down there. It looks quite cool, actually. Cool, no pun intended. But yeah, so it got reviewed in the magazines, but it never hit the shops. Such a shame. While I was creating all that tape stuff, I got talking to Statmat, Oneload64. You must have heard about that. He's a great guy that created us a great big pack of the Commodore 64 games. So he's created from the tape. I passed him the tape image over and asked him if he could create Cool World into a cartridge so we could create them and make them on the MagicDesk cartridges, which also can be bought from pcbway. So this is the MagicDesk cartridge that I've got here from pcbway. They are not expensive. You can get 10 of these for $5. I mean, come on, that's a real bargain. Yeah, you can get it straight from pcbway. You just add it to the cart and change it from 5 to 10, and you can have 10 PCBs for $5. All you need is a 74 LS 273 and a 74 LS 02 chip, which are quite abundant if you have a look on eBay. So this one for the Cool World, it was actually an 020 chip that we needed. So you needed to populate the whole of the PCB. So if we have a look at the back of this PCB, we can see at the back there's some jumpers here, which I'll show you an image of that. I'll take a picture of it and show you the back of mine. So what I had to do eventually, after speaking with Statmat, is to cut that one through there and jumper that across that one. The top one went jumpered on the left, the next two down were jumpered to the right, and the bottom one was jumpered to the left. That enables for us to be able to use the 020 chips, which are slightly bigger than the normal EEPROMs. So PCBway, grab your PCBs, get onto eBay and grab your LS 02 and 273 chips. You can grab a momentary reset switch as well and pop that in so you can reset it if the game crashes at all or you want to go back to the beginning. So that's it, pretty much it, that's it. So you need a momentary switch, 2 chips, an 020 and these PCBways, MagicDesk. Statmat, as you'll put a link in the description so you can go to the Oneload Collection. You just click on it down here. Unfortunately, the Cool World is not in that pack at the moment. As of recording this video, his pack is on 5.7 at the minute. So hopefully when he goes to 5.8 or moves it to 6, I don't know what version's coming next, it should be included in there. So the tape version, there's a CRT version, and there's the bin file for creating these MagicDesk cartridges as well. They should be there as well. So that's about it, guys, really. If you want to see how these are made, I have done another video. I'll pop a picture just up there for you to have a look at. You can take a look and see how I build these from PCBway. I'm no point in me doing another soldering job just for this one again to show you, but I just wanted to let you know about the Cool World cartridge version that's out now. Thanks for subscribing and hitting the notification bell, guys. I really do appreciate it. Stick around on the channel, there's lots and lots of things coming up. Not just Commodore 64 stuff, we have PlayStation 5 stuff coming up. So I've currently just bought a new heat camera so we can do funky things and have a look at the circuit boards to try and find faults. Look at that, it's even projecting heat off my screen showing my head, look. How mad's that? Right, so yeah, we've got one of them. I've just picked up a Commodore arcade PCB, so I'm thinking and toying with the idea of converting my arcade cabinet. That's another video that I did, if you check in my playlists, into the Commando unit. It'll be close to, won't be exact same, but it'll look really good. It's what I'm thinking of, but I'm not sure to whether to do that or build a brand new cabinet. So let me know what you think about that, guys. Yeah, there's lots of things. I've got a 1571 disk drive to look at. I've got loads and loads of Commodore stuff to look at. So stick around, guys, and thanks for watching this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.